My name is Kopriva. I'm with the Sense Internet Storm Center, and today we're going to take a look at a weakness in Windows through which we may change the name of pretty much any folder we may write into, or change the name of any files which are located in such a folder. That might not seem that strange, but we will do both of these without actually changing the name of the folder or changing the names of the files, just through desktop.ini. I wrote a short diary about this weakness earlier this year, so if you're interested, you may take a look at it. But for now, let's take a look at a video of how we might actually exploit it. Here we are in my Windows 10 VM. Now, if we take a look at what's on the C drive, we may see a folder called Secret. Unfortunately, we can't get to what's inside of it, but to our mind, it will probably be a place into which another user of this computer will save their confidential data. Now, wouldn't it be nice if we were able to create another folder called Secret on the C drive, and then the user in question might actually mistakenly write into our secret folder instead of the correct one? Yes, it would. Well, let's try to do exactly that. All we have to do is actually make a directory. I will call it A. As you may see, it's being created. And now we may go inside of it. And now we have to create a desktop.ini file inside the A. Yes, we want to create it. Now, what do we want to place inside of it? I've actually prepared this earlier. We want to put in a shell class, info header, followed by the localized resource name setting. Now, what this will do is it will tell the Windows Explorer to display the name of the folder as secret. This is used by Windows, for example, in cases when it has to rename folders which are used for storing videos or pictures, those folders which you see in Windows Graphical Explorer, these ones. Now, if we save it in desktop.ini and browse on the C drive, we still see a folder named A. This is because desktop.ini files are only actually interpreted if a folder inside of which they are housed has the attribute read-only set. So if we do so, and now browse to C drive, we may see that there's no A anymore, but here are two secrets. One of them we can't access, the other one we may. Oh, desktop is actually visible. We would hide it in a real engagement, or if we really wanted to exploit this into some malicious end. But in our case, this will actually be quite enough. Now, what's interesting is that our secret is first, and that's because it's really called A, which comes before S, obviously. If we wanted our secret to be behind the original one, we would only have to name it with a starting letter after S in the alphabet. Now, this isn't all that we may do with desktop.inis. If we go into the Documents folder, we may see that here is a couple of files, one of which is actually used, probably going by the name, to save important data. Now, it would be quite nice if we were able to make someone write into an unimportant file, perhaps a file which we might afterwards easily steal or delete if we were inclined to, if we didn't want to actually leave any fingerprints of ours on the system, leading someone to believe that we deleted or changed or stolen the file with sensitive or important data. Now, we may do this as well, actually. Now, once again, all we have to do is create a desktop.ini file here. I will rename it later. And this time we have to put inside of it information about so-called localized file names. This is a mechanism through which we may rename any file inside of a folder if we may write a desktop.ini file into it. Now, as in the previous case, we actually need to set the attributes of the folder to be read-only, plus I want it to actually rename the desktop to desktop.ini. Now, if I try to open the save important data now, we may see the original contents here. Here is important data. All right. But if we close the Windows browser, the Explorer, and open it once again, and this time browse to see documents and open the save important data here, we may see that the content has changed. Well, it didn't actually. As we may see here, we're actually opening the unimportant file, but it seems as if we were opening the important file into which we're supposed to write important data. Now, this is quite cool. Is it useful in any way? Well, perhaps for some red teaming purposes, but for all of us, it's something that is definitely good to know. I hope you've enjoyed our little demonstration today, and I'll hope to see you some other time.